like funk is undefinable, really.
Funk is a feeling.
No matter what type of feeling, like you can be up, down, sad, blase, but you just listen to some funk music, man, you're gonna be dancing for hours.
Some would argue that funk isn't just a musical genre, but it's also a way of life. And it's all about the groove.
And as Bootsy Collins taught us all when we were younger, everything is on the one. So if you're a music person, everything has to hit on the one, and then you fill in the spaces in between with all kind of cool stuff, but you land back on the one.
We know the fundamentals of funk, but who created funk?
James Brown was funky, and he was called the godfather of soul. Sly and the Family Stone had elements of funk. Style of funk that I like, which is P-funk, which is the George Clinton thing. That is a whole lane of its own.
Tony Cam said that he was 14 years old when he heard the vivid and psychedelic sounds of Parliament Funkadelic making their way through the speakers. And thanks to them and Earth, Wind and Fire, he knew he wanted to be a musician.
I put these shows on in the basement all the time to myself.
Flash forward 40 years later, Tony Cam's love of music hasn't stopped. It has evolved. He noticed that there was a need for young musicians to be seen and heard in a world where music is being created through computers. And with one passing conversation, the School of Funk project was born.
I was worried at first because I said, well, are kids going to sign up to do funk music?
And like they say, build it and they will come. And with the collaborations from Building Bridges Productions and Music is Forever, what started with a class of 3 young musicians in 2023 has grown to 10.
He's taking a chance on these kids. Give these kids a chance.
School of Funk Project is a nonprofit where young musicians perform, learn, record, and produce music while working alongside professional musicians like Tony and the Funk All-Stars. Classes are free, but the lessons they're learning are priceless.
When a young person has the ability to explore, to feel their way around, it does something to their synaptic responses. You know, there's a connection being made.
And one connection is the life experiences the school gives these young musicians.
Wanted to bring kids into our band and not treat them like kids, but treat them like young musicians and give them that real life experience. So come out, do a show, take everything down, pack it up, travel back, and get paid. It's phenomenal to see that. It's almost like that caterpillar butterfly thing.
Tony's talking about what it's like to see young performers blossom and gain confidence. 10-year-old London was shy to speak to us on camera, but when you put those drumsticks in her hand, she became electric.
It's something totally different to turn around, to see them light up and see the audience respond to what they just did.
Is the real reward, says Tony. He goes on to share how proud he is of the School of Funk project and hopes his vision expands to create one nation of kids under the groove.
The genesis is right here in little old Lynchburg, Virginia. Who knows, man? We have a whole nation of kids playing funk, man.
In Lynchburg, Hayes Marie Anderson, WFXR News.